Obama Literacy Leadership Team. For those of you who don't know Lisa, this is Lisa Copeland. Used to teach at Obama, now teaches 6th grade at Milkovich. So she has done how many Donors Choose grants?
For myself, 2, fully funded.
Okay, so she is our expert here. So she's just going to tell you a little bit about the process she went through to get the grants.
So if you go onto your website and just type in Donors Choose, you're going to get a screen that comes up, and it's very, very easy to follow. If you click on the blue link that says Start My First Project, they're going to probably ask you to log in with your email and a password, and then get started. It will literally take you step by step to everything you need to do. Registering for account, you've read pretty much all set up stuff here. You can see. I'm just going to briefly go through this, saying that I'm an educator, spend 75% of my time working with students. I'm not a principal. And that I am eligible. And it's not going to let me do that. Hold on. There we go. Okay, maybe I lied. We gotta start this again. Let me figure this out again. Get started. Hold on. Read, find a school.
Okay, while she's doing that, I'll just tell you that both times she got the grants, they were for books, right?
Correct.
And one thing that I did hear was that you need to purchase the books from their company, right?
Correct. Yeah, so as you get into this, and I did fix that. There was still one more question we couldn't do. So now we're going to find this. After you get in and you log in with your couple questions to see if you're eligible, they ask you if to find your school. Our district is on here. You choose your school. They're going to just have you confirm that. And then you pick the following areas you teach, your job title, all your own personal information. After you put all this personal information, I'm going to skip right to my page. They ask you step by step to upload a picture. This is one of my fully funded projects. It was called Teenage Life Can I Relate? I was looking for books that they can relate to when they're reading about their own lives and experiences to get them engaged in reading. As you go through these steps setting up the Donors Choose, they will ask you to type in some different things about your class, the makeup of the class, what your students enjoy, tell about your students, and then they put it into paragraph form for you. They ask you to describe your project. They set up all the print. You pretty much type in a box and then they display it and make it look all pretty. They ask you where your donation goes. Now this is the part that you can actually go shopping and it will show the completed list of everything you ask for. And I put all books, graphic novels, a lot of the Woodson books.
And these are all books that you found on that site, right?
Correct. They give you a bunch of stores that you can actually go and choose your products for. Okay, so this, after you pick your products and go through the stores, which I can show you in a minute, you post it. One of the requirements of a Donors Choose, and the only requirement, is to type up thank yous and one thank you to post on your screen and then some pictures once your books come. So this is a fully funded and complete project. And so I uploaded some pictures of the books that came. These are some of the graphic novels, some of the books with the kids, them reading. And this is really the only requirement that they ask of you, to send in the pictures and to thank your donors.
So how much did you ask for?
This one I asked for, I believe, $561. Let me check.
Did you have to know?
534.
You didn't know that number at the beginning.
I did
You just
not.
asked for books, and then you went to the
Correct.
shopping. And
Now, as you do your shopping, they do give you a bunch of tips and pointers when doing this, and they ask you to keep it under a certain amount because then the percentage of you being funded is greater.
Okay.
So if you were to go, and I don't know if I can go back in because this project is already funded, so I don't know if I can get onto the actual shopping list. That's right at the beginning. Maybe if I do it when no, it's not even gonna let me do that. But when you decide to start making your list of things that you need, they will have a button that says go shop or check these stores out to shop, something of that sort. And then they give you a whole list of stores. They actually, if you click on them, they'll tell you what you can find in those individual stores, whether it be furniture or flexible seating, different science supplies, anything you could think of. Most of my books came off of Amazon. They still have an Amazon business, but it still has everything. It's a lot cheaper. I bought bookshelves as well on there to house some of these books. And I'm going to flip to my other project as well. And they have plenty of stores. There's Dick's on there, even down to Best Buy, teacher stores, and you can actually choose and pick, and then there's a green button on all of those sites that says to apply this to your project. And it automatically takes your cart and applies it right to the Donors Choose project. It makes it very, very easy.
Okay, so you just have to have a good idea at the beginning. You have to have the theme or whatever you're asking for. And then you can modify that as you're
Correct.
shopping, probably, right?
Correct. And the more Donors Chooses you do, as you can see, this is my other Donors Choose. The title has changed, Creating Differentiated Readers. My picture is still the same. My whole background of my students is all the same. So they keep the same information. The only thing that changes then is your project description and the list of what you want for your next Donors Choose.
Can you save this? Like, can you start it and then save it and come back to it?
Yes, and it will just say to edit that. And as you finish something, they send it to somebody on the Donors Choose team to review it, and then they send you an email back. They're very, very good with keeping you in the loop. They will email you, tell you, I still have one of my projects that's not completed, this one, because I've never uploaded the pictures yet. So they constantly will send you emails reminding you your project is due by this time. Sometimes you run into problems where the materials you ordered are not in supply anymore. They will email you, tell you to pick something else or wait on the product to be shipped again. But very, very easy, very self-explanatory. This one, my goal was only $531. This one was also fully funded.
Now, I have a couple of questions. How long did it take start to finish?
Once you get the background information about your students, your name, all your information in, the rest is super simple. It is literally a box you type in, and it tells you how many more characters you have to go till you're complete with your description. The shopping is what takes a long time because you want to find obviously what you're looking for at your grade level, and shopping around in the specific stores they have for you. That's why I chose to use Amazon. Type it in and it popped up.
Okay. Another question. I've gotten emails saying, somebody did Donors Choose, you want to donate. Do they ask you for people's names?
Well, they to a point. People can share it, whether they share it on Facebook, Twitter, email, whatever. Or if people are already signed up on Donors Choose and somebody in your school joins, then you have to, it will be shared out automatically.
Real quick, is next week our TBT? Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Just
I'm videotaping her for Obama to talk about the Donors Choose grants. So
you
now
serious?
that's
So now you're
Carmen
my
Coleman,
video.
everybody,
Say hi,
with
Carmen.
Jenna Amato behind her. We're getting ready for their
Trying to be
TBT
on
meeting.
task.
That is really funny.
Okay.
So it is shared with other people who have signed up in your school. And then if you wanted to donate to another classroom, you can click on the buttons that say find a classroom to support, type in even our zip code. You can find all the people in our district who already use this. It's very easy. It's very friendly to use. I'm not tech savvy, and I figured it out pretty quickly and had 2 of them funded.
How long did it take to get it funded?
One of mine funded in 5 minutes.
So I think I've heard about how on Donors Choose there are certain times that you get more or they pay
Yes.
half or something. What's that?
There is a tab right at the beginning when you are choosing what your theme of your project is. Different projects have different perks, so you might want to check out the perks and the double bonuses and stuff before you get started. There are certain groups that will double or match donations depending on the product type that they're looking for.
Okay.
There's a tab right at the beginning that you can click on it to see all the matching donations at that given time. So you can choose or try to make your project fit in with that to receive extra money. There's also a liftoff code for your first project that you try. Make sure that when you are publicizing this to people or sharing it, that you tell them if they type in liftoff at the checkoff, I think it's always liftoff, at the checkout when they are donating, it will give them an additional so much money towards your project. Like I said, my first project was funded literally, my sister shared it for me and it was done within 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. The
Okay,
second
and
one
then-
took a little bit longer.
All right, so then it got funded, and then do you have to go back and then reorder the books, or are they already ordered?
Nope,
at
they're
that
already
point?
ordered. At that point, once it's funded, it goes straight to the Donors Choose, and the people take care of everything else. They will email you telling you that your shipment is on its way to notify your secretary. Boxes come, it gets delivered. I had all of my supplies within 2 weeks.
Wow. Okay. Well, I can't think of any other questions right now. Anything else? Any
No,
last words?
and it's really kind of fun too because as a donor donates, it pops up. Here's an example of the donation. This project, I don't know whose it is. It's just a random one from a different state, actually. She's trying to get headphones. And the 2 times donation for this is matched thanks to Amy Hayes and Sophie Leak. This one, if you go at the beginning, like I said, and click on that tab, they'll tell you the different donations that are available for matching. Some of them have them, some don't, because their project may not have fit the description. I would definitely encourage anybody to get on to Donors Choose. Not even, you don't have to sign in. You can just get on to Donors Choose and take a look at some of the ones that are here as an example, because then you can have a better feel for what people are asking for if you're unsure of what you're looking for, or a lot of them are technology driven. Just try to keep it, as you can see, they're still, their totals are not really high.
So you don't get anything until it's fully funded, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you definitely want to split it up and not have it be one big thing.
Correct.
Okay, so you would recommend $500 or so.
Yeah, both of my $500 both of my projects were $500, and like I said, they were both funded. One within no time, and the other one still was only a couple weeks.
Okay. Okay. We may ask you questions again once they take a look at this. I think I'm going to go down to Jennifer Monick's room and show them some of the materials that she got
Yeah.
that were not books.
And Jennifer Monick has probably had maybe at least 5, fully funded, 5 to 7, I want to say.
Okay.
Same thing with Miss Olson. Her room has a lot of great additions this year from Donors Choose. Things that you never really think or dream about having. And I did both of mine solely for books, so I can have some current, up-to-date books that kids want to read and are excited about reading, and they're loving them.
Okay.
Super easy.
Well, it's really exciting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.